Hello guys and welcome back to the CKG channel with Colby Green. This is going to be a Wrestlemania review. Just got done watching it last night and it was pretty good. I think not one was better, and that's what we're going to start off with, not one. But okay, not two had the better setup matches, and not one just they performed better and had better matches total, I guess. I might not, if I miss a match, it's because I don't got anything right down here, but I'm going to try to think of them all off the top of my head. So the first match of not one was Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley, and it was surprising, very surprising. I expected Drew McIntyre to win 100%. There was no way I was going to choose Bobby Lashley in any world because of last year, and I really just thought it was going to happen. Drew McIntyre winning in front of a crowd, but it was not the case. Bobby Lashley won, retained, probably a good decision, I'd say. I don't know, but it was a pretty good match. Drew McIntyre is going to get his rematch, and I don't know if he'll win that or not, but we'll see. Next match was the tag team turmoil. I picked Lana and Naomi, or the Riot Squad, and I picked Lana and Naomi, and they was the first ones eliminated. And my second pick was the Riot Squad, which should have won, but it was Tamina and Natalya. So that was something. So Tamina and Natalya won. Tamina looked pretty good. Natalya was okay. And it was very weird. I don't know. I was wanting the Riot Squad to win, but Tamina and Natalya won. And it ended up being a pretty good match later on. So next match was, I can't remember. I can't remember now. Was it the Tag Team Championship? I think it was Tag Team Championship with Kofi Kingston and Xavier, the New Day, for the Tag Team Championship against AJ Styles and Omos. AJ Styles was in it the whole time about it, and then Omos got tagged in and just destroyed the New Day pretty easily, and they won the tag team titles. And now AJ Styles is a Grand Slam champion, and plus Omos was his debut match and dominated. Now he looks like a freaking beast. So I don't know what else is going to happen there with them. I don't know who would beat them, because AJ Styles is one of the best in the ring, and then Omos is just a freaking, look at him, he's a beast. So I don't know who's going to beat them. I really don't. But yeah, they're tag team champions now. Okay, now I think we got Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. And man, this was a great match. Some great spots. They tried to remake the the curb stomp RKO into a curb stomp uppercut, and they kind of succeeded, but Seth Rollins didn't go as high. But it still looked pretty good, and the match was amazing. Great spots and stuff. And Cesaro won, which is the best win in his career. So that was great for him. Hopefully he could fight the Roman Reigns or who, them. Get into a fatal four-way with all of them if they're going to have a rematch. I don't know. But hopefully Cesaro can get into a championship match. Okay, now I think you got Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Sorry. Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman. Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman, and This was in a steel cage match, and it was pretty good. It was better than expected, to be honest. A lot of great spots. I was kind of let down on this being a steel cage match, but it ended up being a really good match, so I wasn't mad at that at all. But Braun Strowman won. The right man won. More than likely, he'll be ending up fighting Bobby Lashley, or if Drew McIntyre beats him next pay-per-view. So yeah, it was a good match. Next is Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and Morrison, and it was a great match. All these were great matches, but this was, and I really liked it. But the only flaw I had was like The Miz and Morrison, like Damian Priest never got tagged into it much, but which is good because Bad Bunny was literally shocked everybody, showed that he can actually wrestle, and actually has been training for this fight, which a lot of celebrities don't do. So it was I give a lot of respect to him. But Bad Bunny and Damian Priest won, and they looked really good, so it was good. Now the last match of night one, we got Bianca Belair, the EST, versus Sasha Banks. It was a good match. Very good match. The hair whip looked like it hurt very bad. She hit Sasha with her hair and then done her finishing move and won the match. And Michael Cole said, Sasha kicked out at 2 or something like that. And and that's when Bianca Belair won. But it was a really good match. Definitely a main event match, it felt like. So that was good. But anyway, that was not one. I would give it a 8.5 out of 10. Not one WrestleMania. If I missed any matches, because I'm thinking of all these off the top of my head, and I can't remember good. So anyway, night one was better. I gotta give it that. But there's some things I didn't understand at all, and that was the first match of WrestleMania Night 2. The Fiend versus Randy Orton. The right person won, in my opinion, but it was handled very badly. I got so excited when Randy Orton pinned The Fiend 1, 2, 3. And I did get pretty excited, but I was distracted by Alexa Bliss distracting The Fiend. Why did she do it? I don't know. And how did she do it? Did she mind control him or something? I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, he got distracted. Randy Orton RKO'd him with one RKO and beat him. That's where a lot of people was mad about. They're saying they buried The Fiend. They didn't bury The Fiend. Alexa Bliss distracted him, and plus she's another supernatural being or whatever. So it makes sense. It just depends what they're going to do next. But anyway, it was weird because I did not expect Randy Orton to win at all, or that to happen. It was a sick entrance by The Fiend, though. I got to give him that. Then the next match was the tag team championship match with the women's tag team championship match with Nia Jax and Shauna Baszler versus Natalya and Tamina, and it was honestly one of the best women's tag team championship match I've seen. So I got to give them credit. I didn't expect Tamina and Natalya to win, but I wanted them to kind of at the end of this match. I was like, I wanted them to win a little bit. Natalya done really good in this match, and Tamina was the best I've ever seen Tamina in this match, talent-wise. So I think they deserved it a little bit. But in the end of the day, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retained, so it's just what it is. It was a good match. So, but next, we had Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan Paul. And it was honestly a good match. I want to rewatch it. It was a good match, and obviously it's going to be a good match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, but the ending is what made everything made everything good. I think Kevin Owens gave Logan Paul a stunner. And like in Stone Cold fashion, and I was like so happy about that. I like Logan, but it was just so funny. Kevin Owens deserves to have a championship match at WrestleMania. I really do believe that. He's so good in the ring, and so is Sami Zayn. So this was honestly a really good match, though, and especially the ending. Now we got this match was my favorite match, I believe. It was Matt Riddle versus Sheamus, and man, Matt Riddle was honestly pulling out these big moves that I didn't expect him to have. He had so many big moves, and Sheamus was just doing good as well. You know, he was pulling out some big moves, but Matt Riddle is just showing how good he is in the ring. And it's honestly really good of how he is. And I was surprised, because Sheamus won with a bro kick that busted his lip. You could see it. He hit him. Matt Riddle done a backflip and was about, I think Matt Riddle would have won that match if it wasn't for Sheamus bro kicking him. I told my papa, I was like, if Sheamus hits him with a bro kick, I think it's over with. And this was the best bro kick I've ever seen. Matt Riddle does a backflip, and while he's upside down in the middle of the air, Sheamus bro kicks him right here, and leaves a mark. And it was honestly awesome. It was a great match. I'm going to rewatch that too. Maybe I'm rethinking about Night 2. Night 2 was a great for just them matches. Then the next match was Big E versus Apollo Crews. It was a good match. It was okay, but it was kind of short. Big E looked like he was going to win, and I was like, Apollo Crews definitely going to kick out, right? And then one of his bodyguards or whatever came in, saved him, did a move on Big E, then choke slammed him, and then Apollo Crews pinned Big E and won. I picked Apollo Crews to win, but not like that. I think they did the right thing, but it's just weird. I feel like Apollo Crews could have beat Big E on his own, but apparently not. But anyway, that was a good match as well. Next, you have Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, and every match is a surprise, I'm telling you. This WrestleMania was the most unpredictable WrestleMania ever, in my opinion. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, I was for sure Asuka was going to retain that, and maybe Becky Lynch would come back. But I was sure that Asuka was going to win. Well, I was wrong. Rhea Ripley won. And I don't remember much from this match, but it was a good moment, I guess. Rhea Ripley's the new champion. And that's okay, I guess. I was fine with that. We have now The main event, the triple threat match, what everybody's been waiting for. Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan versus Edge. And this match was just as good as a lot of these matches on here. It was okay, but it was fun. It was a fun match because if Daniel Bryan would make a move, then Edge would spear. If Roman Reigns would make a move, then Daniel Bryan would make a move. And if Edge would make a move, then Roman Reigns would make a move. It was just like, and I'm talking about big moves too, like spear after spear. Jey Uso would interfere as well. I rhymed there, but Jey Uso would interfere, and I expected that. But he was in this match a lot. It was kind of like a fatal four-way, to be honest. So that happened, and it was a great match. It was. I think the right person won too, and I think there deserves to be a rematch with a fatal four-way with including Cesaro. But anyway, it was a great match. I gave Night 1 an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Anyway, thanks for watching. Overall, WrestleMania was an 8 out of 10. It was a good WrestleMania. Better than last year's, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the CKG channel. And I'm out. Peace.